Are you going to SSB with your full preparation and on the first day itself you are screened out? Why 80% candidates got screened out on very first day? Why the screening percentage is so low? How can you screen in so easily? If all these questions arise in your mind, then you are at right place. Hello aspirant, I am Lieutenant Gumnami and this is another video on the SSB series. I got recommended from 14 SSB Allahabad after my 4 SSB attempts, and in my 4 SSB attempts I never got screened out. And in this video I will share you the tips and tricks that I have used in my preparation day to got screened in, and I can assure you, if you watch this video till the end, your fear and doubts about the screening procedure will come to an end after watching this. So without any further delay, let's get started. So the stage 1, the screening procedure is comprises of 2 tests, that is one OIR, officer intelligence rating, and second one PPDT, that is picture perception and description test. So before going to elaborate these 2 tests, first of all I want to give you some advices that help me during my preparation. First of all, arrive to the place of your SSB center one day prior. Suppose your SSB is on 10th, arrive the place on 9th morning or evening and find a cheap hotel or dormitory nearby your SSB center. This will help you for your rest, for your dressing and appearance, and to prepare your documentation and check it. Before going to the SSB center, you should have sufficient amount of rest. You should have take a bath and shaved yourself. Your haircut should be proper and it should be combed nicely, and your dress should be ironed, your shoes should be polished, and you should be look like a gentleman, because according to the halo effect, and as you all know, your first impression is your last impression, so your appearance matters the most in those tests. So in my advice, try to arrive the place one day prior and give yourself time for your rest, dressing, appearance, and your documentation, because after reaching at the SSB center, first thing that will be done is documentation, and if your documentation is not in place, then you will be straightly out of the SSB center. So before going to SSB center also, check your document twice, and after reaching to the place also, check your document twice and try to get some xerox of your original sets. After reaching to the SSB center, your documentation will be done. Then you will be allotted the chest number as per your attempts in the SSB. After allotting the chest number, you will be brought to a conference room type hall. Then you will be sit according to the chest number. Then your test will begin. First of all, your OIR, officer intelligence rating. You will be given one set of verbal reasoning and one set of non-verbal reasoning. In my advice, be fast in your OIR test, especially in your verbal portion, because you will be get slightly lesser amount of time in your verbal reasoning comparatively to your non-verbal reasoning. Approximately you will get 30 seconds for your each question. There will be no negative marking, so attempt the maximum and don't waste your time if you are stuck in some question. Attempt those questions which you are taking less than 30 seconds of time, or you can solve easily. Then go to the another one. Try to get OIR 1 or 2. That means there is OIR 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Try to get 70 to 80 or 80 to 90% or 90 to 100% marks in your OIR test, and that is your OIR 1 and 2. And believe me, if you practice in a time bound manner or in a daily manner, you can easily get OIR 1 or 2 in your OIR test, and these OIR 1 and 2 will help you for your smooth screening procedure. OIR test carries a significant amount of importance in your SSB, because if you see the PIQ form very carefully, your OIR rating, that is OIR 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, it is written in the PIQ right corner, and it will give you your interviewing officer, your psychologist, or a hint about your aptitude or your intelligence. So try to score a good OIR in the OIR test. Then the next test is your PPDT, picture perception and description test. In this test, you need not to describe the picture. Before commencing of this test, one testing officer will come for the briefing, and he will brief you about the test in a very broad manner. So in my advice, listen attentively to the briefing officer and do accordingly to the instructions only. The testing officer will brief you in this manner, like you will be shown a picture in the projector for 30 seconds. You have to be very much attentive while looking this picture. You have to look all around the picture and notice your main character. Then after 30 seconds, you will be given 1 minute of time to fill your answer sheet, and in a square shape structure, you have to write the age, mood and sex of your main character and encircle it. Then you have to write down the action of the story. After completion of your 1 minute, you will be given 4 minutes of time for write down the story. And in writing the story, you need not to describe the picture. You have to write like this manner, like what led to the situation, what is happening in the situation, and what could be the most possible outcome of the picture. Then your test will begin after the briefing. In my advice, be very much attentive. Observe the picture carefully and try to note down in your mind the characters, how many characters are shown in the picture, the age, the mood, the gender of the picture, and the background, whether it is a village background or a field or a urban background or a hilly area or a seaside struck background. Then what is the dress or attire of the character. Then the most important thing, that the hint or stimulus, because PPDT is a test of your imagination. This test is to assess whether you are fit to perform in the following 5 days or not. So you have to find the stimulus or hint, and you have to write according to the stimulus your story, and you have to be very much relevant to your stimulus. Don't avoid your stimulus, and your details matter in this test or while writing the story. Don't mug up any kind of stories, or don't come to perform in this test with a preconceived story, because most of the time the mistake that is done by a candidate is that they come to perform in the screening विथ ए प्रीकंसीव स्टोरी कि अगर एक्सीडेंट दिखाया तो ऐसे लिख दूंगा, कि अगर ब्लड डोनेशन वगैरह कुछ दिखाया, कुछ लोग खड़ा हुआ है तो ब्लड डोनेशन लिख दूंगा, कोई कैंपेन लिख दूंगा। और क्या करते हैं कि 2-4 रास्ते अलग अलग से थीम के ऊपर स्टोरी बना के रखते हैं, और कुछ भी दिखाया तो उसके ऊपर बना दिया। ऐसे नहीं करना। डोंट अवॉइड योर स्टिमुलस, बी रेलिवेंट टू द स्टिमुलस एंड बी स्पेसिफिक while writing the story. Don't mug up this kind of story. Observe the picture carefully and try to look everything and details like your background, dress, hints। और ऐसे भी नहीं करना है कि कोई पॉजिटिव स्टोरी बनाने के चक्कर में, ठीक है, वो गया, कुछ भी किया, खेला कूदा, वापस आ गया, ऐसे टाइप का कोई स्टोरी नहीं बनाना है। बिकॉज यू हैव टू राइट इन ए सीक्वेंस लाइक व्हाट लेड टू द सिचुएशन, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द सिचुएशन एंड व्हाट इज द मोस्ट पॉसिबल आउटकम। देयर शुड बी ए टेक होम पॉइंट्स in the story. Your PPDT answer sheet is similar like this. You have to write down your chest number, your entry, your batch number and day, then your SSB place and your date, then the action and then the story. In the box, you have to encircle the main character and you have to write down the gender, the age and the mood. The mood can be positive, negative and neutral. And if you are not able to make out whether it is a male or female, then you can write P in the place of male, female. P means person, and you have to write down the age according to your perception. Then in the action, you have to write down the action, and in the story, my advice is that fill the particulars attentively, encircle the main characters as per the briefing officer, not as per your preconceived ideas. Then write the story in 7 to 10 sentences. And while writing the story, you should follow these 3 things, that what led to the situation, and in this stanza you should introduce your hero in 2-3 lines. And while introducing your hero, there should be a specific name with age, comma, profession, and introduce the cause or the main cause of the story. Be very specific, and your introduction should be short, crisp and to the point. And in those 2 lines, your assessor should assess that this is the cause of writing this story, or this is the led to the situation. Then in your second stanza, that is what is happening in the situation, in this stanza you should write down the steps to solve the problems in 4-5 lines, and be relevant, logical and practical steps in a systematic manner. In this stanza you can write the planning, how you plan the situation, then your executions, your steps to execution, and after that your post execution. Then there is what will be the most possible outcome. It is the way forward or take home point. It is your conclusion. So try to conclude it in 1 or 2 lines. Never appreciate yourself or awarded yourself. A hero is never ever appreciate himself or awarded himself. He should be like that, awarded to others or his team, or appreciate to his others or his team. Don't be an award seeker. Okay, this is all about how to write a story. Then your test will end and you will be given a short break, and in this short time your batch will be divided in short groups like 10 to 12 members, and this is the most crucial time for you to perform in your next test, that is your narration and group discussion. For your narration in the short break, don't indulge with others कि उसने क्या स्टोरी लिखा है, उसका क्या स्टोरी है. आपको जितना टाइम मिलेगा 5-6 मिनट का, आपने स्टोरी कंप्लीट किया है कि नहीं किया है उसके कोई मतलब नहीं. आप उस 5-6 मिनट के टाइम में किसी एक कोने में जाके try to complete your story in your mind and repeat it and practice your story 5-6 times जब तक आप उसमें confident नहीं हो जाते. That gentleman, the picture shown to us, I perceive one character or two character age between this to that, and the mood of my character is positive and the action of my story is this, and the story goes like this. You have to narrate your story in 50 seconds to 60 seconds. So in this brief time you should complete your story in your mind and practice as much as you can. This is all about how to write a story. Then after this break, your 10 to 12 candidates batch will be brought to a room and you will be sit in a semicircle format, and in front of you there will be 3-4 assessors and they will brief you like this manner that candidates, you will be given 1 minute of time for your narration, and your narration will start from left to right and you will narrate your story within this 1 minute of time and one after another. Then after completion of your last person, the discussion will start to come to a common story. In my advice, be very much confident and bold while narrating your story, and you should complete your story's narration within this 1 minute of time. Be short, crisp and to the point to your story. And while narrating your story, don't look towards to the assessors. Never ever. You should make eye contacts with your group only and try to make a healthy eye contact while narrating to your story. After your own narration, then your preparation for your group discussion begin. In this time of when others are narrating their story, you should be very much attentive towards others' narration. You should have a very pleasant smile on your face and nodding in your head gently while others are narrating their story. After the narration of your last candidate, the group discussion will automatically start. Try to participate in the group discussion approx 3 to 4 times, and while participating to the group discussion, what I have done that firstly I agreed to chess number so and so, so and so and so and so, because in my view they have the common theme of this. Add your point like I agreed to chess number so and so and so and so, and then put your point like they have make a good story on so and so theme, and in my view there are 4 characters, 3 characters, and the age is between 30 to 35 or 20 to 25, like this. You should not be dominant in the group, but at the same time you should have a healthy participation in the group. Don't be a silent watcher. There could be a possible chance to make a fish market by other candidates. Don't be indulged in the argument or cross question or cross cutting of others. Never directly disagree others. Listen to others' points. Try to contribute your points for the common story. Be very much logical. Don't hold your own story or don't repeat your own story, and try to justify that why you choose the story, or because background में ये था और hint में ये था इसलिए हम लोगों ने ऐसे story बनाना चाहिए, ठीक है, that you can explain. Then after the discussion, your GTO or your assessor will stop you and will tell you to nominate someone for the common story, and in my advice, nominate the one who makes the fish market for the common story and give him a chance to narrate common story. In this way, your stage 1, that is your screening test, will end, and after some break, the result of your screening will announce. If I sum up the whole lecture, then it could be you have to take wire 1 or 2 in your wire test, then observe the picture very much carefully, then fill your particulars in the PPDT answer sheet religiously, make a story relevant to the picture or to the stimulus in 8 to 10 sentences. Prepare your narration in the break time. Your narration should be very much short, confident and bold, and in the 50 to 60 second of time. Then participate in the GD 3 to 4 times with logical relevant points in agreement with others. Thank you for watching, and if you work on these points, your chances will be very much increased to get screening. Keep the points in your mind, and best of luck. See you in the next video. And in the next video, I will try to explain how to write the story in a very broad manner. So bye bye, Jai Hind.